First and foremost, we'd like to give our praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh. Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Yakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Stone. And salutations to all the brothers and hours and the Bible teaching this word now sincerity. And in all honesty, we are the Hebrew Israelites, you know, of Great Stone Jamaica camp. And by now you're supposed to know the deeds are our service that we do every week in and week out. So now when I say you, speaking to the audience here on YouTube, because the people who walk past us daily, weekly, monthly and yearly, they are dead. You understand? Not necessarily in a physical state, but in a spiritual state, which leads to be put to death in a physical state. We give me Proverbs 21 verse 16. We interject our question saying, so these people that see not and hear not, understand not the sayings of this book. Because what we teach what is written in the Holy Bible, in the Holy Scriptures, man. So therefore, whenever we speak, we speak as the oracles of the Lord. So if you cannot receive it, that means it was given to you because you're dead. Understand the scripture?
Proverbs 21 and verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right, so the man saying that wandereth, meaning you keep on, you're turning a blind eye to what is being said here. Because what we teach is to give you wisdom, knowledge and understanding. You know, to give subtlety to the simple. Proverbs chapter 1. You can't even get that. You understand? If you don't receive what is written in this book, that means you're dead spiritually. That's the reason why if I ask you, what's your nationality? You're gonna look at me and say, I'm a West Indian, I'm a Jamaican, I'm an African, I'm an African American. See? Whenever you hear a man say you're an African Chinese, see? Because if you say that you're an African Chinese, they say there's no such thing as African Chinese, then how can you be an African American? That doesn't add up. You understand? Then you just say, oh, me a part Slavic with part Syrian and part Negro. Saying, so you're saying that you're like 25 different race of people. You understand? Which 25 different race of people is even on the goddamn earth. You understand? According to the tables of nation, there's 18 nations. And each and every one of us descend from a specific line, a specific man, a specific lineage. Now, you need to know who you are as an individual and also who you are as a race of people. Because for the majority, people don't know who they are. And that's why we're here. Give me the same Proverbs 1 verse 1 of a question. Go down. See?
It's a Proverbs chapter 1 verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding.
Yeah, because when we teach the words of Solomon. See? We're going down, he tell us, I think what is it Ecclesiastes? It says, with all I get what? Understanding. See? I see Proverbs?
Yeah.
It says, with all I getting, Proverbs 6.
Proverbs
4 and 6. It says, with all I get understanding. So when we teach, you know, have to just, you know, we don't tell us just eat up what we say without researching what we say. You understand? Try to go in it for yourself and get what we are saying. Get that understanding, eh? Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not.
Right, so get wisdom, get understanding. Hey, when you go like in our Black's Law Dictionary, understanding means to stand under. Meaning, you subject yourself to what is said. Meaning, the understanding of it, you say, okay, comprehend it. That's what it means. You understand? So get understanding. Whatever we bring up from the scriptures, so go in it for yourself and subject yourself to it, man. Go ahead.
neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee.
Right, so forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. So we can go back, definition. Okay, go on.
Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing.
Right.
Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Right, so wisdom is the principal thing. Get wisdom, man. That's the way it said. Get wisdom. Especially in times like these. So get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. That's key. Yeah? And how can you be wise? Because the word wisdom comes from the word wise, or vice versa. To be wise means you have wisdom about something. You understand it. Yeah? To the T. Now, like for example, a computer. We can go on anybody can go on a computer. We can type up whatever. We can turn it on. We can do whatever we want. But if we get to the core understanding of a computer, how the board with the different little thing them point work, me don't know that. You understand? So the understanding of that part, me not have no wisdom towards that, and me not understand that part. But if you go on the YouTube and type in Great Millstone, I can. And we can search certain phrases, World War III update, World War III 2019, World War III 2020. We can do that. See? And whatever information has been brought out, if we don't understand it, we say, okay, Chapal, brother, explain that to me. Because we don't understand it. Oh, brother, Yaram, explain that to me. Likewise, brother, Yashamai. See? Make we try to get some understanding. And where in the scriptures we can pinpoint what Rick Sanchez just said on RT. You understand? Because that is very important. That's how wisdom coming. See? Go back to Proverbs 1 again. That will show you how you do that. Go ahead.
Proverbs 1:1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive instruction of wisdom.
To receive instruction, man, of wisdom. This society, them super humble, you have to receive instruction. You only receive instruction from brutal force as a people. That's how Jake is today. You know, if a policeman tell us, say, don't go the one way, now go. Because, you know, there's a consequences. Because you see him gun, you see him back, you see him handcuff. So, you work with that. But look how long we're here and we are prophesy, say, yo, get this wisdom, get this, take this instruction so that you may live. Yeah? For your benefit, not us, but for your benefit as an individual. See? Continue.
Justice and judgment and equity.
Justice, judgment, and equity. Hey, when you watch the news, you hear people about out for justice. We want justice. But the girl name again, we talk about contract, the woman, everything. See? We about justice on the TV. Justice. That's how we cry for daily. Because there's a whole heap of unrighteous dealings taking place in and among our people. In and among our race. So therefore, something has to get done to quell that. Yeah? Continue, Bishop.
Verse 4. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion.
Yes, like to give subtlety, subtle, that you get that word go back to serpent. You understand? Which a serpent, it slither its way through. Meaning you become smart. Yeah? Spiritually you become smart. You know, if you slide your way through this life. See? Psalm 23, I say, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil because you have the word. See? And you're moving subtle. You're slithering, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Says,
Just like Yahweh Shai charge us when he said, be thou wise as a serpent
and harmless as a dove. See? So you slither yourself, you're slithering yourself through this society. You understand? But at the same time, gathering the intel of the word of the Most High. See, and we're still going to touch about the whole nation thing, eh? Go ahead.
Verse 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Now, let me see who is wise. The scripture says, run to and fro in the streets of Jerusalem. And it don't mean say, oh, we'll come out here and I run from one West Street to West Palm Avenue. No. It means we'll come out here and prophesy. What the scripture say, oh, write this vision, make it plain upon table, that he may what? Run that readeth it. So it not talk about you get up and just run up and down like a chicken with lick in your head. It a talk about being out here in the streets, prophesy. You understand? So read back that part again, Baba Kwasha.
A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
Right. Now, we've been speaking of World War III, as you see the brother with the sign. We've been speaking of World War III over the years. We've been speaking of the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast over the years. We've been speaking of the NIDs from 2011. Yeah? From 2011. We were speaking about the Tivoli Garden incursion, May 2010. Yeah? We were speaking about it. How much people actually can say, yo, we actually hear and we actually listen to what the man just said. No. You know what that shows? It shows that the majority are going to be caught like a thief in the night because them never run and them never attain unto wise counsel. As it is written, when you find a man of wisdom, must what? Wear out him doorstep.
That's right.
See? And y'all get this knowledge freely. Yeah? We pay our internet bill just for giving the knowledge freely. As the Lord say, freely receive,
Freely give.
freely give, man. See? So ask yourself this question. Am I using the time wisely? See? Why do you hear some things again brewing in the Middle East? Now you calm down now. See? And then, you know what's funny? Throughout that time you have people that say, boy, look at World War III start. And even though they must say it, them not fully understand the effects what World War III would cause. You understand? And how it would affect you and your family dearly. Because one, you don't know about World War I. You don't know about World War II. You don't know what even the very, over the years we keep on saying this, the very monument in a Port Antonio Square, when you read it, it speaks about the Great War. And it has the names of the men that were drafted to fight World War I. Yeah? World War I. The men from this side. And people walk past it day in and day out. And to them, it's just one monument. But what it represents, what is it for? The plaque in an NCB bank, what is it for? Yeah? See? Scripture, Bishop. Finish?
Yeah, verse 20. Proverbs 1 and verse 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
Yeah, but if you didn't want to know, you would ask us, man. Because the scripture said, wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets. Where are we? In the streets. The last time I checked, we are in the streets, man.
We're
in the streets of Port Antonio. See? And no matter the event, no matter the weather, no matter the time. See, we've been in the streets, and until the internet gets shut down, we're gonna be in the streets, man. Because we have gotten a job, a duty of our power to come into the highways and the byways and be the elect of the nation of Israel to the marriage, man. Yes, go ahead.
She cried in the chief place of concourse.
Like right here. Right here, go ahead.
In the openings of the gates. In the city, she uttered her words, saying, "How long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity?"
It says, how long you simple ones, you love simplicity. Go ahead.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
And why? You see, the scripture say, oh, judgments are prepared for what? Scorners, man. How long they're going to delight in your scorning? Because even though there are people who scorn, we remember about maybe like 8 years ago, we had the park I teach, and some little school girl come and them girls supposed to turn big woman now. See it? The brother Shapar basically explained something to one of them, and like the brother touch her to explain something, and she scarred the brother, you know? Brother Shapar, I say, oh, the girls. See, so young people actually look upon us like that. You understand? But little did they know that what we have up here is so much more important than any other thing we can actually dream of, man. See? There's nothing to be compared to what we have up here, man. Nothing at all. You understand? Go ahead.
How long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
And fools. Yeah? It says, and fools hate knowledge, man. Knowledge comes from the word to know. Know it. Okay, who are you? Because that's where we start. Do you know who you are? What race you come from? Who is your power? You see? Did you know that you're living in an empire or a kingdom? See? Did you know that you're a slave to this society? Did you know that the enemy, which is the goddamn devil, which is a so-called white man, they are in, what should I say? They're in a plot to extinct you people of the earth. Did you know that? Did you know it was by design to control your food, to give a genetically modified organisms to ingest, to bring forth pharmaceutical portions to destroy the household, to destroy the air that you breathe? Did you know that? Then one might say, yes, but no. Then what you gonna do to escape? That's the next question. What are you going to do to escape this hell, man? See it? Continue.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
Now the Lord said, turn at him reproof. Say, I'll pour out his spirit unto you. He's going to make known his words unto you. So in other words, the words of the Lord is his spirit, man. See? And that is what makes you wise unto salvation. See? Speaking of salvation, who is salvation for? Over the years, growing up, we hear say, oh, Jesus love the little children. Some say red and yellow, black and white. Some say whether they be black and white. See? All the pressures in this side. So, if it's just black and white, if nobody's black and white, when the so-called Japanese and Chinese fall, because them are black, neither white. Them have more yellow pigment. So where them fall? See? What?
Verse 24. Because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out mine hand and no man regarded. But he have set at naught all my counsel.
Yes, he set at naught all his counsels, man. You know what time when I prophesy, man? I agree with it. I prophesy. See, and people say, you don't talk some serious thing, but the part there, and God just refuse to hear that. Like, don't come with adultery. Eh? I'm telling you, go ahead. Alright?
I have stretched out mine hand, and no man regarded. But he have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity.
Yeah, because when the calamity comes, the Lord said, "Man, laugh at the calamity." Because when I warn you, you never want to hear. Go ahead.
I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
Yeah, speaking of the businessman, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your cometh as a what? A whirlwind. See, because when the missus come, man, see, woman answer faith. And these shall faith. And the mighty among the nations are going to fall. See? And the lowly of the Lord's people is going to be exalted, man. See? So now is the time we're supposed to repent. Go ahead.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
He says, then, at that point in time in their trouble, they will try to call upon the Lord, and then him not going to answer. Yeah, go ahead.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Right.
For that
It's amazing, man. The amount of years brothers been doing this, man. And you have people passed by for years, and still not knowing what brothers out here doing.
And I ask each other what pastor, what am I doing?